Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are here for the first time, my name is Brejahmellayt and I welcome you to my channel. And if you guys already subscribed, guys, welcome back. How y'all doing? What's poppin'? Anyway guys, as you can see from today's title, we getting into it today. We're getting into it today. This is a topic that I can speak on oh too well. Oh too freaking well. But I can speak on this topic, and I feel like a lot of times people don't want to talk about this, but I feel like let's talk about it. So I'm going to give you guys some tips that have helped me throughout the years get over some really hard heartbreaks. Sometimes from the same person, but that's neither here nor there. We all make mistakes, but definitely I feel like this is something that would definitely help others. Guys, if you do like this video, I want you guys to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any videos, and turn on your bell notifications so that you get an alert when I drop a new video. It's really helpful with the YouTube algorithm, guys. But let's get right into this. Now, my first tip, guys, would be cut off communication. All right. And I know that's harder said than done. Okay. Harder said than done, or harder done than said? Harder done than said. So I know for a fact that's probably been one of the biggest things for me, was cutting off communication. Now, whether the relationship is going to come back or not, the fact that someone intentionally hurted you, especially hurted, that's not even a word. If someone intentionally hurt you, then in my opinion, you need to cut ties, even if it's for a little while, but you need to cut ties. Cut all communication. I mean, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, whatever apps y'all got, cut communication. Because you both need to see things from a different perspective, and communicating is not going to help. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking the initial argument or disagreement or conversation you guys have about the situation. I mean, after that it has occurred, you guys need to take some time apart. Cutting off communication is definitely number one for me, because I feel like communication leads to a lot of BS that you do not need to even be dealing with. Okay, so one thing for me is, like, I've always let a specific person back into my life over and over and over and over, no matter how much times they hurt me. It was really crappy, because I'm like, why do I keep letting this one person keep hurting me, And you never realize how much control you let them have just by talking to them, So I feel like, cutting off communication is definitely a big one. It's definitely important. So cut off communication. I know it's hard, but it's worth it in the end. Now, if you're serious about this person and you're like, done, I'm talking finito, I would say delete all text threads and all photos. It took me a long time to delete photos. Text threads, I don't care about that. But it took me a long time to delete photos. And it hurt, because it's like, that was your person. Well, you thought it was your person, and you're like, why do I have to delete all the memories, all the good times? And, you just don't want to let go of it when it meant so much to you. And for me, that was a huge thing. It took me years to actually delete the photos. I'm being very transparent with you guys in this video, but it took me years to delete the photos. I had them like archived or whatever, but I had them, and to know that you have to let go of something that meant so much to you because another person messed up, it really sucks. It really sucks. So I feel like deleting them and just not even looking at them at all, they no longer exist, including text threads. You can't go back through the messages and read all the good times and all the good memories and, sink back into the same foolishness that you was in before. I think it's best that you just delete everything as a whole, so that you don't have to keep reliving the same scenarios over and over and over and over again. Now, this one may seem odd to some, but I feel like writing down the pros and cons of the relationship itself, whether you're going to decide to go back to that person or you decide to be done as a whole, I feel like you have to write down the pros and cons. Now, when I say that, when you write down all the pros and cons, if your cons outweigh your bad, I mean, if your cons outweigh your good, there's no specific reason that you should even really be going back to them. You know what I mean? And that can put things into a bigger perspective. Like, this person treat me like crap. Why the hell I'm going back to them? Love or not? You know what I mean? And sometimes we're so blinded by love, we ignore the cons because they're not written down. They're not pointing us they're not pointing at us, you know, so we ignore them. But I feel like if you write them down and you see them and you can read them, you're like, oh, hell no. You know what I mean? And it took me a long time to write down my pros and my cons. And when I finally was able to write down all the cons and all the pros, surprisingly, my pros outweighed my cons. And the reason why, just for all multiple reasons why it didn't work out, is because the cons were so bad. Like, the pros outweighed the cons, but the cons were so bad that a person could make you feel like that. I was like, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? And that was like one of my situations. Like, even though the pros outweighed the cons, it wasn't worth it because the cons were so deep that you can't come back from that. You know what I mean? Love or not. So I feel like writing them down is really imperative. And it just gives you a different perspective. It's like you're on the outside looking in. You are no longer the party in the situation. So it helps you be more objective and you just see things in a different way. To me, it definitely helped. I definitely recommend that's something that you guys should do. Now, this one may hurt a little bit for a lot of people, but even for me, it hurt. Take accountability. Take accountability for what you did wrong. Now, hear me out. If the person cheated on you, hear me out. Of course, you are not the person that did the actual wrong, but what is it that made them go out and cheat? Some people are serial cheaters. Like, you're just a cheater. But there's always an underlying reason why people cheat 9 times out of 10. Okay? And I feel like taking accountability is huge. And I had to look back on myself and been like, you know, some of the things that I take accountability for, and I'm going to tell you guys some of the things, was I did not speak up for myself. When I was hurt or going through, you know, the pain that I felt that the person may have caused me, I kept it inside. I didn't let them know like how I felt, you know. I kind of just held everything in and just, oh, it's okay and I forgive you and all these things. But did you really forgive them? Because I bottled everything inside. You know what I mean? I feel like I was a pushover. I definitely let the person do whatever they chose to do. And because I love them, I just let them get away with a lot of crap. You know what I mean? And the person that I am in other relationships, I never let nobody get away with nothing. I'd be like, chuck them deuces up, purr. I don't give second chances. That was never a thing for me. So to be in a relationship where you gave chance after chance after chance after chance, that was different for me, you know? And that's why I feel like taking accountability is huge. See where you messed up, you know? See where you could have been better for your next person. Or even if you decide to go back to that person, your choice, but at least take accountability and know where you need to clean up, because no one is perfect. You know what I mean? There's a reason why things happen the way they did. So keep that in mind. Taking accountability is huge and it's very, very important. When going through getting your heart broken, one of the main things that helps me a lot is just really getting to the money, focusing on my career, focusing on bettering myself in school, like just being a better person overall. The best revenge is a glow up. That's how I see it. It ain't a new man. It ain't a new girl. The best revenge is the glow up. How better are you after that person left? Or how better are you after you broke up with that person? I only want to be better. So when you see me again, or if you ever interact with me again, you're going to be like, damn, she only get better with time. Period. That's my only revenge, is I want to be better. And it's not only for the person, you're actually bettering for yourself, thinking about it. You know what I mean? But that's the best revenge to me. No, Beyonce, the best revenge is your paper. But I definitely feel like you have to pay attention to yourself, you know, focus on your career, focus on school, focus on your business, grow, be better, you know, take workshop, take classes, read books, you know, watch YouTube videos, like do things that's gonna better you in the long run. Okay, glow up is the best revenge, believe it or not. My next tip would be hang out with your friends, and not the friends that's gonna be on some, oh girl, get over him, or girl, this and this, or dude, she's not worth it, or blah blah blah. Hang out with friends that will let you vent, give you realistic advice, and not throw shade at you, not be not understanding. You know, I can genuinely say one of my best friends, Kiana, shout out to you, when I have went through a lot of crap, she's let me vent in ways that are unmatched. You know, telling her the story 15 different ways, probably 15 different times, about the same damn person, and she just really let me let it out. Whether it was crying, whether it was, you know, just talking, or she let me let it out. And that's been one of the best feelings through my healing process, of just really understanding, like, yo, having people who support you and, you know that you deserve better, but at the same time let you make mistakes for yourself, but at the same time give you friendly advice, realistic advice. They're not throwing shade at you, they're not being unsympathetic, you know what I mean? So I feel like having a friend like that is definitely imperative. Hang out with those friends. Don't hang out with the friends that are just rushing you to get over the person or jump back into another relationship, because let's be real, you're not even healed from the previous relationship that you were just in. So good friends, hard to come by, but when you do get them, those are the friends you have to talk to or hang out with when you are going through your heartbreak. Okay, now this one is my fave, but crying and getting in touch with your feelings, really understanding how you feel and where you're at. Now, a lot of people, that's not their thing. They're just like, I don't want to cry, which was me. I will hold it in till I burst, child, which is a very bad trait. But one thing I can definitely say is letting out how I feel and really crying it out and understanding that you are hurt. This person hurt you, and it's okay to be hurt. It's not a sign of weakness. It doesn't mean that you're not strong. It just means that this person hurt you. They took advantage of, you know, your kindness, and it hurt, and it's okay to be hurt. We all hurt at some point in life, you know what I mean? And it sucks that it has to be by someone you trust, but at the end of the day, you will be okay. You know what I mean? You have to cry it out and really heal before you end up with anybody else or go into another situation. Because let's be real, if you're not healed from the previous situation, you're only going to bleed on your next relationship. You're only going to bleed on the next person. And that person could be your person and you wouldn't even know, because you're bleeding all over them over something someone else did, because you didn't take the time to just heal. And I feel like that is one of the most imperative things. Cry it out. Write it out. My journal was so thick of things that I wrote that even to this day, I still write things. Because, you know, sometimes you just reflect on it and just write it down. It's okay to let it out and let it be known that you were hurt at some point and someone did that to you. It's okay to be vulnerable. You know, we all go through it at some point in our lives. So I feel like crying it out and really healing from it is very important, especially when going through a breakup, like, or a heartbreak. Definitely imperative. And my last tip for you guys would be, know that what's meant to be will be. If you're meant to be with that person, you're gonna be with them. If you're meant to marry that person, have a family with that person, you will be with that person. Your paths will align. If that's the plan God has for you, that's what you gonna get, okay? Now, it may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. Maybe next year. It could be 10 years from now. You don't know. Because none of us know what our lives are going to be like. You know what I mean? But just know you deserve the best. And if that person is meant to be with you, you will be together. And don't make time make you feel like you have to be with them even though they're treating you bad. You know that time or not, if they don't treat you bad and don't treat you right, they gotta go. They got to go. Okay? Don't make time make you stay in a situation. If you keep getting your heart broke over and over and over and over again, you deserve a man or a woman that treats you like a king or queen. Okay? And vice versa. So please just know whatever is meant to be will be. Whether it's that person or somebody new. You know what I mean? And don't be afraid to let go. Because you never know. The minute you let go of that person that was treating you like crap, you probably meet the person that treats you, they treat you better than the grass that you walk on, y'all. Like, it's, you never know. You never really know. They worship the grass that you walk on, I mean. You never know. You never know. So just keep that in mind when getting over a heartbreak. Now, guys, I hope those little tips and tricks helped. I know for me, I'm still healing from past relationships, and this is me being very transparent with you guys. I'm still healing from past relationships and past traumas and what they have done to me and how they've made me feel. And it's really hard to go through things like that and people treat you bad. It really sucks. You know what I mean? But just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. It won't hurt forever. At some point, it literally fades away. You will always be reminded by how you were hurt at one point in time, but just take your time, heal, and communicate with the new person that you're with. You don't have to tell them everything about what you went through, but you can let them know, like, these are triggers for me. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind and just heal, take it one day at a time, and know you deserve love, you deserve happiness, you deserve someone who's going to treat you right. And I love you guys deep down to the bottom of my heart, because you guys continue to come back and you continue to show support, and things like that are important to me. And I really appreciate each and every single one of you that subscribe to my channel, that watch my channel. It means the world to me. Now, if you guys really like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Don't forget to turn on your bell notification so that you get an alert anytime I drop a new video. And I will see you guys very soon.